and welcome back. This is chapter 18 of our Let's Play. I almost said Assassin's Creed there. Let's Play Sunless Skies. We've picked up a fungus-riddled Captain Blythe who somehow managed to survive the destruction of his own ship, and we've brought him to Traitor's Wood. So it turns out Somerset camp was Traitor's Wood. In the forest edge, I've gone to the parting glade, and there's an option to drop off Percy Blythe. So let's do that. Let's get rid of him. His eyes are golden as though reflecting sunlight. His handshake is weak, and his voice rasps. His period of lucidity has been intermittent, and fewer by the day. He is alert now. Captain, a reward, my medallion. He fumbles at his breast to unpin his stained medals. You're compelled to assist. He clutches your hand before turning to face the darkened wood. At last, we will know. A tremor passes through his body. I should not be here. I should not have been kept from here. He walks slowly into the pale woods. The trees bow as he passes, as though to embrace him. He does not look back. Well, we got 500 sovereigns and 1,000 experience points, so yay! And it looks like he hasn't killed us, so yay! For that, I mean, it looks like we've done pretty well to get rid of him. So that's done, and we kind of have to do an expedition again for this whole Somerset people. But we do have enough fuel and supplies to be able to do this thing, so I actually stocked up. So let's go and do the large expedition. I don't need that advice, thank you. Into the wood. Right. Stuart's font is what we were doing before, so let's just do that again. And then we'll be able to... You know, this time I'm going to say, don't listen. I haste the purple. You find your booziest stokers and demand. She opens her knapsack. Inside, as expected, a veritable cellar of wine. Her protests are stifled when she realizes you intend to drink the wine now. Better everyone's drunk than hearing voices. An hour or so later, you stagger through the fields, holding each other upright. If the flowers whisper to you, you do not hear them. Great! Drink away your problems. That is so not the way to go. It begins to pour. The grey sky is angry. We will rest. It's 100% success. So we'll rest instead pushing on with our thing. We've gained 1 fuel. Your navigator discovers a hollow way running through a vast corpse of blackwood. You can set watch at both ends and light fire without being seen from elsewhere in the wood. Your crew stay up late, swapping stories of old rulers and their various ends. Your sleep is dreamless as death. Oh my god, the stupid sirens. I live near a major road is what happens, unfortunately. Well, we're going to have to search for another route because we don't have enough might. Success! The whispering tree. The woods extends for miles, but so too does the bog, and as though once were a river or a moat. It is hours before you find a passable clearing, a glade of emerald hue nestled between the copse of silver trees that shiver and sigh like consumptives. The trees whisper as you pass. They lie in a dozen languages, only half known to you and your crew. The discordance shivers beneath the boughs. The correspondence ignites wood that shrieks, as though not meant to speak it. Wood burns and breaks. The passing is treacherous and slow. Eventually, however, you emerge. You're a terrible, terrible cat, Lacey. Sorry, my cat is literally trying to bite me, I think. She's nibbling at me, and it's very, very annoying. Enter the Steward font. We already know what's going to be in here. We found the blade. We need to give it back to the people. Last time we gave it to the classist, I think, because he seems most legit, and I think we're going to stick with that. So that's what we'll do. We already asked her about the theories, so we don't need to do that again. So we can leave that be. Now she wants us to go on another like, thing. So let's do that. Let's go on another, expedition, because I think we can. We've spent for food. Do we have enough? Yeah, we can buy a few more supplies for this trip. Let's buy a few more food. Go to the forest edge. Do another expedition. Prepare a large expedition. Into the woods. Into the giggling places, I think the next area. This is an expedition of moderate difficulty. Okay, let's go for it. Once again, the scholars wave cheerily on as you prepare your crew for another venture under the whispering boughs of Traitor's Wood. Whispering boughs, I think is the right. It begins to pour. The grey sky is angry. Your crew looks desperate to make camp, and progress will be slower over trodden ground. Perhaps this is an opportunity to recover some of your strength. Yes, let's do that again. We've got exactly the same thing that's happened last time. Long shadows move through the silver trees ahead. Oh, the beast ones. Well, we're going to have to draw the beast out because it's better chance of success. Nope. Death in the woods. Beasts leap from the shadows. Your guns barely slow them. In the dark, you can only see snatches of the creature ripping into your crew. It is possibly for the best. Claws like meat hooks. Splinters teeth like rocks off shore. Their howls of discordance are equaled by screams of your crew. We've lost a crew member. You are forced into a retreat. You've fallen, acting as meaty distraction from your flight. Oops. Enter the giggling place. I'm not sure if we've done the giggling place. I don't think so. Within the dell, the laughter becomes cacophonous. Your crew must cover their ears as you press forward through the dripping undergrowth. White ferns whisper as they brush against your hands. Ahead, you can hear the lowing of beasts. The air is cold as the grave. Lovely. Sounds wonderful. You inch forward as the laughter crescendos, washing over you. A copse of trees, grey as rainstorm lies ahead. It blocks the rest of the dell from sight, but it is only way forward. Go alone. I'm not going to make my crew do it. Your crew are loyal and protest, but their relief is palpable. You stride through the trees and the distant starlight dappling their grey leaves silver. You are greeted with laughter as bright and insistent as the blades at its throat. It emerges from the dell, which descends to a gap in the trees. Enter the hollow. It's the only option I've got. A prize claimed. Right, let's see what happens. At the very bottom of the dell is a brook. The water babbles and chuckles, murmurs and giggles. A bronze seal gleams just under the surface. As you reach to take it, three faces are reflected in the water next to yours. You're being watched by the three-headed fox, the size and color of a polar bear. It speaks, but with your voice, your vocal pattern stolen in the service of its speech. Mourn not the wild trees, nor the stained servant. Open the silent barrows. The fox flees into the wood. Your throat aches. I have 7 crew members. I've lost 1 iron, 1 veil, 1 heart, 1 mirrors, but gained 1 vision of heavens. That's not ideal. Let's go back to the classist. Her eyes widen as you relate what happened. She shakes her head. Talking animals? This makes no sense. She clenches her hand in frustration. In Genesis, perhaps, but nowhere in Sumerian mythology. She shakes her head again. If the evidence leads us away from the theory, so be it. Yes, I've heard of the barrows, or something that could be that. We found a stone tablet written in the correspondence. It mentioned quiet graves at a place in the forest where deeds were done. She marks your map. I only have 7 crew members now. I'm not going to be able to go and do this now. I'm going to, because I need minimum 7 to crew the ship. So I'm going to have to leave, unfortunately. That's a bit disappointing. I really wanted to see the end of that. I have a feeling I should have gone with St. John guy now. But whatever. It's all good. I'm now going to... We've dropped off the guy. I really need to make some money and get things going. So I'm going to go to Lustrum and deliver the munitions that I stole by blowing ships up. Success. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to, like, I'll do all of that stuff so you don't have to sit there and watch me do all of the stuff we've done before. So I'll see you shortly. So, we've come to Lustrum, and I had completely forgotten that I had the short-sighted cryptozoologist with me, who wanted to meet the curator that is living amongst humans in Lustrum. So I've dropped her off, and she is now beaming with excitement. Oh, I have so many questions. Where does your species come from? How did you learn to speak English? What do you call yourselves? I mean, it can't be curator in your own language, right? What's the difference between the master and is it just Mister? No offense. Oh, what do you look like under the cloak? Are there female curators? She lifts the now terrified-looking Mr. Penny's hood and squeals. You're adorable! How do you fit the wings in there and... You leave her to it. She seems happy enough. Mr. Penny's, perhaps not. Oh, I feel kind of bad now. We've annoyed him by abandoning, like, the Zerata person with her. But anyway, he wanted a barrel of hours for something. I might buy a barrel of hours because I've got plenty of cash to spare and see what happens if I give him one, I guess. Explore Ostrom, and then it was at the Hangman pub. Oh, let's recruit the rep brigade again, because why not? We've done that before. Hurts a figure in the corner. And then I can exchange hours for money or for an otherworldly artifact. I don't know what the otherworldly artifact does. I've got one already, so I might just give it for money. Let's see how much he's willing to give, just for kicks and giggles. 3 sovereigns! A very poor trade is made. We provide a small sample of ours for sale, a few seconds at most. Mr. Penny claws for it with blackened leathery appendage. Mr. Penny shakes as it sniffs at the little cigar box and at the sprinkling calcified time within. Yes, it whines. Will do. Will suffice. Well, I lost 77 sovereigns there, but whatever. But we can also exchange for an otherworldly artifact. So let's return to the miners. That seems to be a better idea. So we've got our own prospects that we can do once again to make a claim. We might do that. And we can assign a crew member to work on the claim. We'll assign one. We'll come back for you. We've done this before, so that's all fine. And then we can attempt to climb the mountain, but there's only 13% chance of success, so screw that. We've done everything else we need to do here, except now that we haven't killed any... We've killed lots of Takeda ships, but I'm doing that so that I can try to get the pass to go to Albion, because I need to do that again, which is slightly annoying, but it's fine. The tea shop. Enjoy a lovely cup of tea. We did that one before, so we'll do this one this time. Because it keeps saying you've sampled whatever, and I think that might mean something, so... It's a bit hard to tell what's going to mean what, because there's so many things in this game. Let's speak to Melissa. Give her a uncanny specimen for a savage secret. Savage secrets can be useful, so we'll do that. Alright. I think we're done here in this port. So... I will see you when I can get something interesting going, I guess. It's always a bit of a thing with this game because you don't know what's going to pop up where, so it's like I've got the record button ready to go at any point, but I am recording in little chunks now because last time I kept recording for like an hour and then kind of seeing what came out of it that was useful, and some of it was, so... At any rate, I will see you when something interesting happens. Okay, so I've come along to Port Prosper, and I don't think we've done a factory tour thing, so this is new, I think. So that's what I'm going to have a look at. Take a factory tour. The factories of Port Prosper East End belches out smoke. Inside, hours mined from the mother of mountains are refined. The workers live in tenement blocks adjoining the smokestacks, and are rarely seen in the rest of the Port Prosper. Today, Refinery, the owner of the Wynwood Refinery is allowing visitors to tour his factory. Lurk in the shadows or admire the factory? Let's admire the factory. We want to increase our Westwood reputation, maybe. I don't know. You comment on the harmonious of form, how the soaring vaults of the ceilings reflect the aspirations of the workers below. You declaim how hours spent result in hours saved. The factory is a monument to time well spent, and neither time nor man is wasted here. Your rhapsodies draw attention from the other visitors. Several applaud politely. Well, as I said, we were going for London. This is our playthrough for that. I'll probably do a different playthrough, like whether on the channel or otherwise, where it's just going to be like, me going through the game as like a Takedi supporter. But to be honest, I've been killing a lot of Takedis. I am still handing in my port reports to the Takedis at this point because they're actually able to give me a lot more sovereigns for it. But yeah, it's a bit at the moment because I think I screwed up at some point by handing over, by fulfilling too many of the request for the Tekkeries so that they gain the upper hand. But, shit happens. Anyway, we're joining the celebrations. I think we've already done this before, but it just reduces our terror, so that's fine. Let's offer transport to settlers again, because why not? Oh, they listen to our stories, my stories, and we've got someone that's willing to go somewhere. To Traitor's Wood. Seems to be like a thing to go to Traitor's Wood. Let's go to the company house. Deliver my port report. Not that I've got any, I don't think. I've got one. Lovely. 10 sovereigns for it too. But we'll also give them, for a savage secret, ministry stamped permit. Lovely. That is perfect. That's what I was wanting. I do need a few more. I need to get at least like 6 more of the Tekiri thingies. And I'll hand in another one for sovereigns because it might take me a while to come back here, so. Right. Because like it's always a bit of a thing because I need to be able to get the permits, but I also need 4 more to get another ministry stamped permit. This is very annoying. Like, it was just like a couple last time, but because they've fallen so much, it's now a lot harder to get any approval favor thingies from the company. But anyway, onwards we go. We still have a lot of things to buy and things to sell. Oh, they sell seeds. We need to get seeds for Port Avon and for Titania, so let's buy some seeds. And they're selling hours, which is completely useless to me. But I'll buy more fuel and things. I've got so much things set up now. This is like, and I'm going to say something, and then I'm going to be like all confident, and then I'm going to get my ship blown up. So I'm not going to say anything this time. I'm just going to go on and go to, I think Port Avon's closer, so I'm going to go to Port Avon first. But yeah. Actually, I might go to Magdalene's and then to here and then to Port Avon. That way I can kind of just like keep collecting port reports and stuff. But anyway, regardless, I will see you when something interesting happens. Alrighty, so we've been traveling through, doing some random tasks and a lot of flying to get things done, and arrived at Port Prosper, and we have handed in a number of Takari plate thingy majiggies so that I can have now have 2 ministry stamped passes. I need 1 more to be able to go through to the Albion transit relay from memory, and when I handed in the last bunch of techity plate thingies, the parsimonious, is this the parsimonious guy? Um, Yes, the parsimonious chairman has a new task for us by the sounds of it. So he says a lady on New Winchester had been as bleh. Let's start that again with better English this time, shall we? A lady on New Winchester has been an opponent on our work for some time. She complains that our factories rely on the labor of the unwilling. Obviously nonsense. Our workers are reimbursed for their services and celebrated for their toil. Now she lobbies the assembly for aid. This will not do. He licks his lips. I have a delivery to the round table on New Winchester. He produces a slim vial of honey. Would you be willing? We're going to say yes, but I am worried that it's kind of like, poisoned, but whatever. He smiles. It's like watching butter spread on a piece of toast. I am told that there's to be a rally near the round table. She has a penchant for stovepipes, ironically worn, of course, and wears a suit. And we're supposed to deliver a vial of honey. Let's see how that goes. Um, we're also going to hand in the rest of the port reports and hope that we're going to gain enough favors, gratitudes, for a ministry stamped permit. Bloody hell yes. So we've gotten the permit. Perfect. Now we can leave. Let's have a look at the relay, the Albion relay. We have full crew. We have lots of little goodies. We can actually fulfill 2 more prospects, but we haven't done that yet. Because I've been flying about killing a lot of techadies. So I can submit the paperwork for a travel permit. There you go. Opening the way. Now I can travel between Albion and the Reach. And present myself to customs. Nothing to declare about my genius, as always, like last time. And return to my engine. And travel to Albion first class. You know what? Even though I've still got stuff I need to do here, I'm going to go through because I really, 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 really can't wait to see Albion. So let's go, because we can always come back. Nothing stops us from coming back. Away! At the sight of your papers, the superintendent jumps to activate the relay. Its hour looms rumble, spinning in the pockets of new time in which your locomotive will make its journey. Wrapped in your engine's new coat of hours, it will be hard to say how long the journey takes, but the hours used by the imperial officers are languid and seasoned. The passage should be at least tolerable. The machinery grinds and stirs, the steam vents, the sigils of the edifice burns with sullen fire. A force like a great hand seizes your engine. You are briefly without terror. Oh, wow, there's effects and stuff. Oh god, what's happening to our ship? We're going through! This is so exciting! This is so bloody exciting. And we're off, I think? Is this Albion? Oh no, it's loading now. Your affiliations can unlock new bargains and prospects. They also determine which items your next generation inherits. Your next captain inherits. I did not know that. We'll see. We haven't really, set ourselves a certain, kind of thing yet. I mean, we'll see what... Ooh, wow. Okay. So, what happens when we want to go back to, the Reach? Let's dock and find out. We will need another stamp, or we'll need some money. Okay, that's fine. We're going to stay here, but I just wanted to know what we needed. Alright, off we go. Oh, wow. Completely black map. Lovely. Now, let's find our first city, shall we? Oh god, the map is huge. This is way bigger than the last one. And it looks more industrialized. Perhaps less dangerous, I hope? Because the Reach was fairly dangerous with the marauders and all of that crap. maybe there won't be as much of a problem here. I'm going to send a bat out, see if we can find our next port. It has nothing to report. You're useless, you stupid bat. Why are you taking supplies for? Bloody stupid bat. Okay, that's not incredibly helpful. Oh, what to do? New map, a whole new black area. I don't know. It's more like built up than the last area. It's a lot of pollution, I can tell you that. I feel like I should have upgraded my locomotive before coming here. And maybe like the jump in money is a different thing altogether. Or maybe I should have retired my captain back in New Winchester. But hey, we're going along. It's fine. I'm just going to travel this way for a little bit. I mean, I wish the bat had found the next port. Albion Relay was really close to, Port Prosper, so it was really easy, but I guess it's not going to be this easy for the new, for this area. We'll just bumble along, I guess. But the sky is definitely different, and now I'm really excited to find out what the other maps hold, because, just a quick reminder, we've been in we haven't been to the Blue Kingdom, in Lutheria. We've been to the Reach. So there's at least 2 other maps that we have to go through. So the world is really, really big. And the map of Albion seems to be fairly freaking huge. And I also wonder, because I haven't upgraded my ship yet, whether the other ones will be faster. So that might speed up some of the traveling bits. I'm not sure. Or whether the pace of the game kind of like sticks to this sort of pace the whole time. I mean, I don't mind either way. It would certainly be easier to travel this huge amount of distances with a faster ship. So I do feel like I've made a bit of a mistake by coming here a little bit too early, but hey, it's fine. But this does certainly feel like... Okay, so overall my impression now that I've moved on to a different map of this game, and I've been talking about it a lot, but it is definitely, I think, there's something grave over there. Let's go and have a look. It is a game about exploration. It is a game about building your own story. It's about, it's very immersive. But there is a certain slowness to it that would make it, I think, a little bit difficult for a lot of, like, for example, this would be a very difficult game to stream. Like, I would say that if this was like a game that it could be like streamed, it would be very, very difficult, because I would have to try to talk my way through all of the flying bits when might have run out of things to say. I don't know. I can talk underwater, but there's a limit to how much I can say. And there's a definite limit to my voice. Graves, and as far as you can see, that's not very nice. No. Is there something other than graves, maybe? Is this a port? Please be a port. I would like it to be a port. Seems to be like factory buildings. I mean, Albion's meant to be like the more of the center of civilization. Rosenbaum's consequence. Right. What is this place? Is this a factory? Is there somewhere I can, dock? Explore? No? No, it doesn't look like it. But instead of like the rock croppings and things like that, it seems to be like Albion's very much built up Ministry of Public Decency. Okay, that's nice. It seems to be reaching the center, like it feels like a very much CBD sort of area with business areas. Don't know, but my supply isn't going to last forever. Oh, crap. Sorry for smashing into your lovely building. You shouldn't have given me a license to begin with. This is your own fault. I have to say, like, I was pretty familiar with the map before, and this just does feel very different now that I feel very unfamiliar with the map. Oh, the bat has found something over that way. We'll go and have a look in a sec. Just want to see if this leads to a port of some description. Just gonna weave in and out of these buildings until I find something, I guess. It is significantly less scary, I'll give you that, than the Reach. The Reach did feel very mysterious and very kind of terrifying. I wonder if it's possible to speedrun this game. They say like everyone seems to speedrun everything. Um, as I've been playing Dark Souls, I'm like, okay, you know what? It's easy to do once I've learned how to farm and stuff, and just like grind it out basically. And coming from an MMORPG perspective, grinding is like a natural instinct anyway. It's the patient princess, okay. Um, so it's like Dark Souls. Yes, it's a very difficult game, but if you're over leveled, then all of the bosses go down easy, so it's not super difficult. Um, I think the hardest thing about Dark Souls is getting over the fact that you will die a lot. But like I've seen people do their speed runs and they do like finish the whole thing in like 26 minutes. And it's like freaking hell. They like know the game so well that they're able to demolish it basically. I'm never gonna be that person. But I think I've gotten to a point where I can enjoy Dark Souls. And I think Dark Souls is a very good. I've watched a video where they describe Dark Souls as a way of sort of like showing perseverance and teaching perseverance through gameplay, and I definitely agree with that. And the video was in relation to going through depression. For me, it spoke a lot to me because of my pain issues. And realizing that my illness, whatever this, well, I guess it's not even really an illness, it's just a broken nerve and it's going to be nerve pain. And realizing that is pretty much permanent. It's very unlikely to go away. It might one day, possibly, but I can't rely on that. And knowing that and dealing with the fact that pain is now persistently going to be a part of my life. It's a difficult thing to kind of come to grips with. It's hasn't been a very easy journey, and I've been talking about it a fair bit, and to a certain extent I've been doing that for two reasons. One is because when I talk about it, it helps me deal with it. It makes me realize, yep, that's what the situation is, that's what I'm dealing with, and I guess by externalizing it, I internalize it. Maybe I should go towards the center. I understand it, I come to grips with it, and talking about things that are difficult is helpful. And that's what I've been doing. And I've been using these videos that I make almost as like therapy on two parts, because it helps me to feel productive, because when I make a video and I edit it and I do things with it, I come up with an end product, and that almost makes me feel like I've achieved something at the end of the day, whether that day ends at 6 a.m. or not, depending on whether I can sleep or not. And otherwise, it's also a way for me to share my troubles, and in doing so, hopefully help other people realize that it's okay to talk about it and that they're not alone in going through difficulties if that's what they're going through. Because everyone goes through difficulties in life. Like, I'm not alone. There's people going through worse pain and worse issues than I am. And like, it's almost ridiculous for me to step in and say, hey, I'm going through some issues, so I'm just gonna talk about it all. But it is a difficult realization, and I struggled with it for the first little while. I say little while, but it was like half a year. But I've kind of come to terms with it now. I've accepted it. It's changed my perspectives on life. It's changed my capabilities and incapabilities, and that's going to have an impact. Found my first board, but I think playing games helps me a lot to deal with that because for one, it's a distraction. So when I'm focusing on a good game, I'm not focusing on my pain and the implications of that. And when I'm distracted and I'm happy, according to my rehab person, I feel less pain because my brain is releasing all these happy hormones. There was a word for that. I forgot what it was. I forgot the hormone name, but whatever. It makes me feel better. And also playing games teaches me some of the tools to deal with difficult situations, like dealing with perseverance. Like was never fantastic at it, and teaching me a lot more patience. I think Sunless Skies is fantastic for teaching patience because as much as you want to get to know the next bit of the story, you're just also like, nope, I'm still gonna have to stop at every single dock because I'm running out of fuel. God help me. So, but anyway, that's just on a side, but let's go and visit the Wit and Vinegar Lumber Company. But before we do that, because this video is going to be more than 30 minutes, which is the time I want for each video because I rambled on so much as we were exploring, I'm going to say we're going to end at a cliffhanger because you're going to have to come back to find out what Wit and Vinegar Lumber Company is and does. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll come back for more. But most of all, as always, I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Mwah!